gonna backtrack. And you should've kept my name out your mouth. As we go, how it all turned out. When you try to use my name for clout, keep on going, give me something you could talk about.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing this fine Wednesday, October 1st? I am 5 minutes late. Okay, I just changed the whole topic of this stream up because things are brewing. All right, the web is webbing. The things are brewing. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think my microphone, I recorded for BJ Investigates this morning. I don't remember if yeah, okay, it's plugged back in. Okay, so I was going to come live on here today about David updates because there are quite a few updates. As far as what I've heard, there's still no suspects have been named and or persons of interest, but there are updates. There's this ring camera footage. There's a lot of stuff going on with the David case. Also, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs case. Okay, so as people, thank you, allegedly Joy Miller. So as people are coming in, I do just want to give a brief update as well on the Diddy case. There's been stuff filed, and tomorrow is going to be the sentencing hearing. Finally, tomorrow we're going to hear from the judge on how long Diddy is supposed to be, sitting in jail for the next, however long. Now, yesterday I went live. Let me update my banner real quick because I do want to give a brief Diddy update. So then maybe I can just clip this part out and it can be like, brief Diddy update, sentencing tomorrow. Okay, excuse me. I don't know why it is. My brain just refuses to accept that there's a whole nother day before the sentencing hearing. Like my brain all day, I have thought today was Thursday and I keep looking at the clock and it keeps being Wednesday. Also, my hair is just it's really not doing it for me today, but that's fine. Okay, so it's not, excuse me. I said it was tomorrow. Beep, amendment. This sentencing hearing is on Friday the 3rd, October 3rd. Now, yesterday I went live and I did read a bunch of victim impact statements that they put in with the court. It was Cassie, it was a chef, it was somebody else, it was a bunch of people, Deontay Nash, Mia. Well, then I made a short about this that hit the docket earlier this morning. But earlier this morning, Mia said not only did she want to have her victim impact statement, read by the judge, which I'm sure he already did, but also she wanted to be up there on Friday given a statement in the courtroom in person. Well, since that happened, Diddy's lawyers have fired back and they have said, no, she's just a lying liar. She shouldn't get the opportunity to say anything else. She's already had the opportunity to say what she wanted to say in front of a jury and the jury didn't believe her. They thought she was a lying liar. This lying liar shouldn't be allowed to talk. I mean, that's basically what their letter said. Well, all this happened today. And then in the meantime, since after Mark Agnifilo filed that letter, or whoever it was from Diddy's team, I think it was Mark Agnifilo, but I guess it could have been somebody else. I don't know. I think it was Mark. Then the government fires back again. And they're like, Your Honor, that crap over there from their letter is just nothing but more victim blaming and more re-victimizing and et cetera, et cetera. So they're going back and forth about that. Also on the Diddy front, the judge has actually ordered that Diddy be allowed to have clothes in the prison, clothing items. And y'all, I mean, it could be the last time he gets to wear clothing items for years. The prosecutors are trying to get 11 years of prison time for Diddy, whereas Diddy is saying he should just get time served, maybe one more month, and then he should walk free. He should be at his house by his birthday. So very, very, very different propositions on the table. The probation department itself has also weighed in and said that they recommend somewhere between about 5.5 or so years to up to 7, almost 8 years. So 5 to 8, basically. Actually a little bit less time than that, but close in prison. What's the point? I think he's just pushing his weight around. But yeah, so that's what's going on with Diddy. The sentencing hearing is going to be Friday, October the 3rd. I do not know what time it is at, But here's one other kind of weird thing I want to show y'all from Inner City Press. He is the one who made me aware of this. So let me go and show y'all this, and then we will move on. And then we'll move on to the breaking Nicki Minaj tweets. Okay. So this was an hour ago on Twitter. Inner City Press tweeted this. It says, Diddy dockets. Diddy dockets. Judge Subramanian just docketed that, quote, sentencing in this case will commence on Friday. Sentencing in this case will commence on Friday. And then it says, there is some talk here in Southern District of New York that it may run more than a day. Don't ask me why that would be necessary. Either way, Inner City Press will live tweet it. So why on earth are they hearing over there at the SDNY streets that the sentencing hearing might last more than a day? What? I mean, either way, Inner City Press said either way he's going to be live tweeting, and either way I'm going to be live reacting, okay? Thanks so much to Elizabeth Foster for the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to allegedly Joy Miller becoming a new member, and Christopher Jones becoming a member again. I think you were already a member. So yeah, girl, I don't know why it would last more than a day. I don't know that much about sentencing hearings. I don't know if the judge is going to allow Mia to speak or if he isn't. Let me check really quick before we move to the next topic. Maybe something else, because like 3 or 4 things have hit the docket already today. So let me just check it out. Okay, no, it looks like that's the most recent thing. Sentencing will commence Friday, October 3rd at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. And for some reason or another, they're telling them over there, Inner City Press is hearing over there at the courthouse, that they might actually end up being longer than a day for the sentencing hearing. Very strange. Maybe I don't know how much the judge is planning on having to read. I don't know if he's planning on letting everybody talk. I really don't know. Okay, so that's what's going on with Diddy. And now I think I'm ready to move on to the next topic. The next topic is not what I originally intended to talk about today. Okay, the next topic is kind of like a breaking news story right now. So Nicki Minaj is tweeting. I'm writing my banner, and she is naming names, and no one is safe. No one, I should say, is off limits. Safe sounds like it's some type of violent threat or something, which, that's not what I'm saying. It's proverbial. Okay. So you might have noticed in my thumbnail, I put Hollywood RICO ? And the reason that I did that is because this video right here popped up during my daily, doing my hair, doing my makeup, my hair and makeup session with the hair and makeup team, which is just me and my thoughts. Videos just pop up or whatever on the sidebar or whatever. So this one popped up and I'm like, wait, what is this? Nicki Minaj has spawned a RICO investigation on Roc Nation. And it's like, whoa. I remember this. I made a video about this. Remember whenever, and it's like so much is going on. I forgot completely about it. But do you remember whenever there was that, um, what was her name? Paulina Luna or whatever her name is, the representative, the US representative. And she was like, tweeting about Nicki Minaj being threatened online, like some like, I guess like gamer, like, I don't know, some streamer, I don't know, somebody was like, yeah, that's why you're going to get poked up. Like your boy got poked up, and people interpreted that as meaning that's what's going to like, that's why if Nicki Minaj doesn't stop talking, the same thing that happened to Tory Lane's going to happen to her. And what had recently had happened to Tory Lanez was he got, poked in prison. So other side of the argument was that nobody was talking about Tory Lanez. Who they were talking about was, I don't know, something else, like talking about how Drake or Kendrick Lamar, made a song about Drake or something like that. Like basically, like it wasn't overt enough to be like, people had like things to say about, that's not what he meant or whatever. Do you remember whenever Nicki Minaj was like, I take assassination or whatever, like attend death threats seriously, and she was in contact with a representative? I like completely forgot about this, but like, look at this. And this is like just all public stuff. Like I made a video about this. It's just so much stuff has been going on. I completely forgot. Let me put it on fast speed so I don't get like any copyright issues. This is Rare Breed Entertainment. Nicki Minaj has spawned a RICO investigation on Roc Nation. Now it is phrased as a question, and I do just want to say, as my scrolling banner down below says, um, everybody's innocent till proven guilty. There's also more types of RICO than just one. There's criminal RICO, but there's also civil RICO. Like you can sue someone, your like private parties can use the RICO statute. So I'm not saying anybody committed any crimes. Hey, Alex Spiro, peace and love, brother. I am not saying any of your clients committed any crimes. Okay. They're all innocent. Everyone is innocent. Kim Kardashian is innocent. Ray J is innocent. Freaking Kris Jenner is innocent. Who else are his clients? Mr. Beast is innocent. Who else is his clients? Elon Musk, innocent. Everyone over there at Alex Spiro's camp is innocent till proven guilty. I heard they've been sending out cease and desist. Perez Hilton done made a video. Everyone's innocent till proven guilty. Now, speaking of RICOs, I did also talk about another one of Alex Spiro's clients recently, the Jenners. And I said, Ray J came out here and Ray J was saying there's a RICO in the works, a federal RICO. But then in my video, I'm like, does he mean a civil RICO or a criminal RICO? So there's all this talk about RICO. And he's like, the Kardashians are going to get a federal RICO soon. And the feds are going to be on them. And I'm going to be on the news. Again, another issue, that I made a video about. Well, y'all, look at this. Before we go any further, Alex Spiro's clients have put out a press release via page 6. Let me show it to y'all. There's exclusive. Actually, let's go TMZ. Just let me put it up front, y'all. We're in the era of the defamation lawsuit as well. Okay. So this just came out today. This was about 4 hours ago. It came out. Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Ray J, you defamed us. So take this lawsuit. Exclusive TMZ. Okay, so I've made a video about this a few days ago or whatever. So here's a follow-up, because I know Alex Spiro is going to come get me if I don't tell y'all the follow-up. And look, peace and love, Alex. I don't want no beef with you. All right, look. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are fed up with Ray J, claiming they are the subject of federal criminal racketeering investigations. So they're suing him for defamation. They're suing Ray J for defamation for saying that there was a federal RICO. Kim and Kris say it's just the latest in a decades-long campaign Ray J has waged against them. The lawsuit filed by Alex Spiro. This is Meg Thee Stallion's lawyer. This is Jay-Z's lawyer. This is, like I said, Mr. Beast, Elon Musk. I mean, he represents like the biggest of the biggest. You know what I mean? Now he's representing the Kardashians. I didn't know he was their lawyer. I'm not saying it was a secret or something. I just didn't know. Until this whole thing started, popping off. People started, Perez Hilton and them started getting cease and desists. Okay, the lawsuit filed by Alex Spiro says Ray J is, quote, unable to accept the end of his fleeting relationship with Kim Kardashian over 20 years ago. They say he has repeatedly exploited their prominence for personal gain. The lawsuit specifically mentions TMZ's Tubi documentary about Diddy called The United States versus Sean Diddy Combs. Actually, it's just called United States versus Sean Combs. Anyway, in that documentary on Tubi, TMZ's documentary, Ray J said RICO charges against the Kardashians would be appropriate. I do remember whenever he said that. He says, if you told me the Kardashians was being charged for racketeering, I might believe it. That comment in the documentary was designed to plant a seed, according to Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. But they say Ray J took it a step further. He ratcheted things up during a September 24th live stream with Krishan Rock. So this was just like a week ago or whatever, whenever he was saying it again, he was saying it again. And that's what I made the video about. That's why some people got a cease and desist. I didn't get a cease and desist because I said, both sides in it, like they deny all the wrongdoing or whatever. But here they're denying it again in their own lawsuit of their own against Ray J. Designed to plant the seed, according to Kim and Kris. And then they say that he ratcheted things up like last week during a live stream when he declared the feds had launched an investigation into the Kardashians. Ray J claimed, quote, the feds is coming. There's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy. And if you remember in my analysis, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember in my analysis, me saying, okay, I don't know. This doesn't seem like that credible, actually, because if you're working with the feds, usually the feds are like, please don't go tweet. Like, haha, I'm working with the feds. I'm going to be going live every day about it or whatever. Like, you remember me saying that, Latina? I mean, I did say it. So y'all remember. Cousin Andrew, Morris, Felicia, Monica, Cece, Shannon, Jax, Paul. So y'all remember. Bianca, John, John's the cousins in the chat. So then Alex Spiro came out, typewriter and computer and word processor blazing. Okay, blazing. And already done filed a lawsuit within a week. But Ray J did kind of imply that there was like a criminal investigation because whenever I was covering it, I said, civil RICO is RICO too. So, maybe, I don't know, something's brewing, who knows? But there's he said the feds are coming. And I'm like, oh man, that does imply like federal criminal. So, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. Shout out to James. You'll clap when I'm gone. Look at all these ones. Soda Freak. Cleopatra. By the way, Kim and Kris also say this isn't Ray J's first time telling lies about other celebs. For example, apparently Ray J made claims months ago about having intimate relations with another artist, Sexyy Red. He had said that they had slept together. She said she released this screenshot. Sexyy Red said, so this is what you doing, playing with people's name on the internet? Ray J says, or purportedly, this is from June this year. Ray J purportedly said in the screenshot, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. This could be Photoshop. Who knows? I'm just reading it from TMZ. But he apparently said, I said right after we slept on the plane together. So, I'm playing. I'm always trolling. And I love you. I'll make it clear right now on my main page. Sorry if you mad at me. I'll make it right now. She said, that's not cool. He said, I'll make it right. I'm really sorry. I'll apologize on camera too. Okay, so I can understand her being annoyed with that. He said we slept together on the plane, but she was like, all I did was just walked right past you. What do you mean? She said, even to be saying we slept on the plane together, I said hi and kept it pushing. Are you cool, cuz? She's like, oh, so he does come out and apologize. He also told her he would make things right by making an on-camera apology, which he did not long after. Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner say Ray J's attacks have caused them, quote, substantial and ongoing harm to their personal and professional reputation. Their lawyer, Alex Spiro, tells TMZ Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have never brought a defamation suit. Nor have they ever been distracted by noise. But this false and serious allegation left no choice. The lawsuit asks for unspecified compensatory and punitive damages. Wow. Okay. So they have now sued. I did want to make sure that I put that out there because, I did previously report on the story. But that's not the only mumbling of RICO going around. As I mentioned previously, this all started months ago, totally different RICO. And I'm reminded of it here. So I'll just play this video. But I did make a video about it at the time as well.
All right, Nicki Minaj, her full court press continues. Rep Anna Paulina Luna, Rep Luna, can confirm I spoke with Nicki Minaj directly and will be doing everything we can to ensure her safety. No problem there. We take threats of violence and assassination very seriously. RICO is also illegal. I am deeply concerned that there has been unchecked corruption within certain aspects of the rap industry. Artists should be respected and not afraid of managers, labels, etc. The first half of this tweet, people now.
So this is shout out to him if y'all want to go follow him. I didn't even finish watching the video. I just only got that far. I'm like, oh my God, I remember that. So pretty much even at that time, the whole thing had kind of sparked up because Nicki Minaj has been sort of cryptically tweeting pretty much in the direction of Jay-Z and Roc Nation for some time now. I mean, it's been going on for some time, and it's really, sometimes it ramps up. Today, right now, sitting here right now today is one of those times. Now, there is a whole side story that I'm going to try very, very hard to completely avoid talking about, except for to define it here and to say later on, I'm not talking about that part. But this really all stems, and I would be, remiss not to at least mention how this particular flare-up of tweets and tweet activity has started. And it is because, pretty much, long story short, Cardi B and other artists and Nicki Minaj have, we'll call it beef. Okay. They don't like each other. They fight, just without getting into all the specifics, they fight with each other, whatever. Well, Cardi B right now is acting like a little bit, I don't know, particularly extra. I mean, bless her heart, she's pregnant. She's gone through a public breakup. She just got through this lawsuit. I mean, I can imagine, there's been less stressful times in her life. And then also she's finally just now about to put out her second album after 7 years since her last album came out, or she just put it out actually now. And so for all these reasons, I don't know, maybe that's in some way contributing to her tweet behavior or whatever. But Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are fighting. Okay, we'll just put it that way. And in part of their spat, their public spat, there have been some horrendous from both sides insults and hateful, we'll say, things being said about and toward children. And, I've seen arguments from each side and supporters of each side given reasons why it was okay for one to make the comments and not the other. And this one started it and that one started it. And all of that may very well be true. But my point is, I'm not getting involved in any of that discussion. I would like to point your attention to another direction for many reasons. I won't be talking about anyone's children, cognitive, impairments or anything like that, specifically, especially in this video today. So, yeah. All right. Some people may say kids are off limits. Some people may say they are not. Once somebody brings somebody else's kid into it, all of that, I would actually demand that you refrain from really having the conversation about anybody else's kids in my comments and in my live. I do see Monica is in the chat. Shout out to Monica. Monica's going to be keeping a very tight, rein, a tight leash, whatever you want to call it, on the bounds of the comment section. Cause I don't want anybody defending anybody, talking about somebody's kid and all of that. This is my house. If you could please respect the rules of my house. Also take your shoes off. Thank you. Okay. Now let's, without further ado, go on over to Twitter because we have been getting, again, there is a lot of tweets. There's a lot of tweets about kids. There's a lot of tweets about other drama. You're going to see me skipping them. I'm skipping them on purpose. I'm letting you know I'm skipping them on purpose. I'm not like trying to hide the ball. I'm not trying to say like, oh, ignore this whole thing. If y'all want to go and look into that on your own time, please do. But I'm going to be skipping those. I'm going to be very selectively reading these tweets because there's a few that I really wanted to read to y'all. I don't know if these are going to stay up. I don't know if Nicki is a tweet deleter or she leaves stuff up. In my experience, a lot of this ends up being, tweet delete type of stuff. Okay. Okay. So, oh my God, there's just been so much tweet activity. Okay. Like how much I just scrolled and it's 2 hours ago. I want to kind of start. Okay. So okay. Do you see what I mean? 17 hours ago, she tweeted this tweet. Lucian, Elliott, RICO Nation. I promise you. Tell that dizzy hoe to stand down. I promise you. Lucian Grange, that's the head of the UMG, right? UMG. RICO Nation. She's calling him out RICO Nation. What is this? Oh my gosh. Cardi B leaked audio dissing Lotto and is attacking Ice Spice. Atlantic Records is only able to claim the audio as copyright protected content if they were the originators. Oh. Oh. I'm trying to see. Okay. I'm just trying to like go back like to a point that's like far enough back. Okay. So we'll start somewhere around here. She tweets her like she's like one of the most streamed artists on Spotify. Oh wait, where is she? I don't even see her. There's Taylor, Ariana, Rihanna, Billie. Oh, there she is right there. Nicki Minaj, 39 billion. Wow. Okay. Now, this is where it starts to kind of pique my attention. I'm like, wait, hold on. What? They're just saying the quiet part out loud now or what? Like, what is this? Like, what do you mean? 18 hours ago, Nicki Minaj tweets. Also, I know y'all don't like taking my advice until it's too late, but don't listen to that music. It's been dipped in evil spirits, and their sole purpose is to unleash the spirit of drama in your lives. We rebuke it back to the pits of hell. It shall not stand. Delete it. And I just want to personally say I rebuke. I haven't listened to not near one Cardi B song anytime recently. Okay. Okay, then she tweets this picture of, oh my gosh, she's calling the kids ugly. We're gonna skip out on the kids tweets. Album flopped. Oh no, no, never run. Oh my god, never want to. Oh my god. They're copyright claiming. Okay, culture. No, we're not reading that. Okay, no. Okay, this tweet. Lucian Grange. I don't know who's Elliott. RICO Nation. I promise you. I'm assuming she means Cardi B to stand down. I'm gonna spray her with roach spray. Oh my god, nasty. Okay, she got the whipped cream. again, like I said, I'm going to like I said, I'm gonna have to just like skip through some tweets because I'm just not reading them here. But look, Nicki retweeted somebody's tweet that said, she's doing exactly what Nicki wants her to do. She is confirming a lot of the defamatory claims that was placed by certain people who she's now in bed with. Claims that have been planted for years and used to hurt Nicki's brand. Oh, hold on. Oh, when I went back, it stopped it. Hold on. They calling it RICO Nation. Look, Nicki retweeted the Demory docket, the Demore docket. RICO Nation, Rock Bottom Nation, please comment below to raise peaceful awareness. So what did Nicki retweet? It was this update from the Demore Hadley docket. Legal update, Demore Hadley versus South Broward Hospital District. Demore has filed a powerful opposition to South Broward's motion to dismiss her lawsuit, detailing how she was allegedly falsely imprisoned without cause, evaluation, or legal authority. So the fact that Nicki Minaj is retweeting this, again, they just keep. Yeah, so Nicki had retweeted this one right here. Cardi is doing exactly what Nicki wanted her to do. She's confirming a lot of the defamatory claims that was placed by certain people who Cardi is now in bed with. Claims that have been planted for years and used to hurt Nicki's brand. Nicki says, Jay-Z, take off that lace front. She retweeted. No, that's already read that. She retweeted insults from Cardi B. Nicki's attorney adding defamatory statements to the claim. Oh, she's about to be sleeping. Then look what Nicki tweeted. This right here. What is this? What is this? It's like a chat GPT generated picture of Jay-Z wearing a pink wig and then he's being served with a lawsuit. I retweeted it and I said, what's this? 8 million people have seen it. No caption 17 hours ago. Barney B, I guess that's Cardi B, had the whole label fly out to California to beg me to do a joint tour and album with her. I don't want to have to drop that recorded call. That's why they all sabotage on my tour. Drop the receipts. You costing them millions with your $4 album and $5 coupon. Y'all, Nicki Minaj is tweeting that the whole label flew out to California to beg her to do a joint tour and album with Cardi B. Number 1 on iTunes, number 1 on Twitter is Win Again. Nicki retweeted another Demore docket post. Mega thread, Hadley versus Perez. This case is unlike anything we've seen. And remember, Demore is suing Roc Nation. Nicki's still winning. Allegedly fix them, Jesus. Look, Roc Nation team admits. Sorry, Roc Nation team member Desiree Perez admits to smear campaign on her own daughter. Nicki reposted it and said, allegedly, fix them, Jesus. Another retweet from the Demore docket. Wow. Rereading Desiree's desperate conspiracy theory from last month is even more hypocritical than we thought. That reread is wild. It did not age well. And let's not forget, Roc Nation also accused Broadway of running, the Darvo tactic, deny, attack, reverse the victim and offender. She retweets another Tamori Docket tweet. In this video below, you can see members of Team Desiree Perez of Roc Nation, whose family member admitted to running an online smear campaign on their plaintiff, Desiree's daughter. You can see the footage of her physically ushering Tamori into their vehicle. And then Nicki retweets it, allegedly. Then she starts saying, I'm going to kick your gums back into formation. I am sure this means figuratively. Certainly she is not saying, anything violent. She says, Camel and Rat. We are not fazed by botted tweets and bots in the comments. That's precisely why you are broke now. Desiree got fillers since I said she ugly now. Now she uglier. Oh, bitch. Desiree got fillers since I said she ugly. Now she uglier. Oh, bitch. Camel, let's talk about your kids today. Oh, no, we're not going to talk about them. All right, anyway. Then look at this. This is where I was like, hold up. Today, 3 hours ago, she really snapped. Something happened. I don't know what it was. She snapped. She came to tell it all. Look at her. She says 3 hours ago, Dear Rymir. Rymir is Jay-Z's alleged illegitimate son. He's the one suing Jay-Z, or was suing Jay-Z for being his dad and not doing the paternity and all that. Now, I didn't do the paternity test. I can't tell you who is whose son. What I can say is they look a whole lot alike, but who knows? I guess that could be a coincidence. I didn't run the genetics test. I didn't run it. Okay. So Nicki's like, Dear Rymir, I'm sorry that Camel framed you. That's Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z is Camel. I didn't make that nickname up. Okay. I'm just, don't shoot the messenger, Alex Spiro. I'm reading a tweet. Okay, go after Nicki if you need to. And I promise you, she's saying y'all are going to have a hard time if you go after her. So I don't know. Never talked to her. But she's saying, Dear Rymir, I'm sorry that Camel framed you by putting things in your car, allegedly. I'm sorry he wanted you in prison the way he wants all his enemies. He's weak, ugly too. Well, I guess when you have no money invested into the when you have money invested into the private prison system. Welp, I don't know. This is all alleged. Not the United Justice Coalition entering the chats. She said, he's weak and ugly too, but I guess when you have money invested into the private prison system. Then he just tweets, she just tweets. Nicki Minaj then just tweets, Kathy White. That's someone who's no longer among the living, who, it has been speculated about. Jay-Z might have been the reason she's no longer among the living. Now, I certainly don't know. I think she may have been pregnant at the time. Then, there's some pictures here. Jay-Z doing a dance on some money. AI, of course. I lost my spot. Hold on. Okay. So then she just starts tweeting names randomly. Okay. She 3 hours ago just tweets the name Aaliyah. Then right after that, R. Kelly. What do you freaking mean, Aaliyah, R. Kelly? I retweeted this one and said, oh, shots fired. Shots fired for real. Shots fired for real. I don't know if y'all had occasion to see my BJ Investigates Aaliyah video. I mean, a whole video. BJ Investigates Aaliyah. Yes, I did make a whole video. And, Jay-Z pops up in it. They said Aaliyah. Or I mean, Nicki Minaj Twitter account said Aaliyah. Oh. Then she said R. Kelly. Then right after she said Aaliyah, she said R. Kelly. Find that to be interesting. Then she starts tweeting. I think this is why she calls Jay-Z Camel. This is an artist rendition of Jay-Z with a camel and a clutch and a pack of press-ons and nails dead. So don't shoot the messenger. Oh, I keep losing my spot. Sorry. Okay. Okay. And then I'm like, yes, nope. Changing my video topic today. I have to. Y'all. Look what she tweeted 3 hours ago again. Harvey, your time is up. Which Harvey, you might be wondering? This one. She said, dreadlock Rasta besides you, yours is up too. That's Harvey Levin. I always call that one beside him. I always call him the sidekick. Cause I'm like, I always can't remember his name. I think it's Charles something. She tweeted, Harvey, your time is up. Dreadlock Rasta besides you, yours is up too. Girl. Then she got the Chucky. She's got March 27th, 2026, and the Chucky is laughing. I rebuke. She said, G. Hoberson and Doo James, your time is up. See, I didn't know who Doo James and G. Hoberson is. Then she said, Charlemagne, did you put the bleaching cream on your blank, blank, blank? Lock them all up. Imagine if you called yourself, I don't know if that's a curse word or something, so I'm not going to say that. Oh, lock up Boren, Lauren, and Jess with the, oh, they are very nasty people. She's saying lock everybody up on the Breakfast Club. Okay, so look, TMZ, shots freaking fired. Verbal shots. Harvey, your time is TMZ, shots fired. Boom, boom. Who else? Charlemagne and the whole Breakfast Club. Y'all going to jail, she said. Put them in the jail. Lock them up, she said. Oh, Barb's, the albums better be moving up before she start cussing y'all out too. Y'all better get to album going up in. The Pink Print enters the top 10 of the U.S. iTunes. She said she's going to cuss y'all out if y'all don't start streaming Pink Print. She said, who from the rap world wants to get in the field today? I double dog dare you. Oh my gosh. And then TMZ, they knew who she was talking about. Look what they said. Hey, Nicki, if you're available right now, we'd love to have you on TMZ Live. Come talk about it. She said a bunch of stuff I'm not going to, repeat, but pretty much no. She said, Harvey and the Rasta man said, come chit chat. And this is her response. Harvey and the Rasta man said, come chit chat. Now look at this. She tweeted 3 hours ago. Barb's. The reason they did all that to my husband is because he snatched the phone from Tubby and Webb. And Welp, y'all know Zoo. I don't know who's Tubby, who's Webb, who's Zoo. I have no idea. She said, if I release that call, it's lights out. They believe that. But for my husband, I would have done that tour and album with Barney B. So they cursed themselves for life. Oh, okay. So I'm reading between the lines here, and what it appears to me that, correct me if I'm wrong, but what it appears to me that she's saying is, according to Jay-Z and Roc Nation and Cardi B and them, Nicki would have did that tour with Cardi B. She would have did that album, that so-called alleged supposed album. I mean, I don't know if this is true, y'all. I'm just reading tweets. All right. So, Alex, go get Cardi. All right. Send me a statement to my email and I'll read it. But I mean, not Cardi, Nicki. Excuse me. Nicki, go get her. Okay. They're not me. Because I'm just reading tweets. Okay. But from what it sounds like to me, from what it looks like to me, the husband, Nicki Minaj's husband's like, she's not doing a freaking album with freaking Cardi B. No. And so they kind of blamed him. And so for forevermore, they thought that he was their enemy. Looks like that's what she's maybe revealing. Jess, when I thought Jess Hilarious was starting to actually become somewhat funny. I don't know what that's about. Tasha K's tweeting, paying people to spread false news about me, purposely sabotaging my tour. So Nicki retweeted this. And this, I don't know who this is, but Nicki retweeted it and it says, Paying people to spread fake news about me, purposely sabotaging my tour, taking away 100,000 of my sales, getting my house swatted, which put my family and my son in danger, botting likes and streams for people who go against me, throwing a funeral for me, stealing millions from me, and y'all are mad over some tweets. Okay, please pray you never have to experience evil, bias, and injustice the way some Black women have done for centuries. Mm. I don't know who that is, but Nicki Minaj retweeted it. Okay, do you hear me? Hold on, let me find where I was. I think it was right here. Okay. So then she tweets about Democrats, something about the Lord said it's done. Okay. The Lord said, thank you. We give you the honor and the glory. Praise Jesus. What is done? I heard the Lord say it is done. Mark this tweet because something just got done right now. It is done. Something just got done. So what's next? Oh, Barbs, I love you. I do. You're beautiful and smart and intuitive and funny and kind and courageous and loyal and reliable and loving and caring and covered. Okay. So, excuse me. Excuse me. What's this? She tweets these 4 pictures and it's like, okay, the first one is her. The first one is her. And the second one is her, and the fourth one is her, and then the third picture is like that picture of P. Diddy, Aaliyah, and Jay-Z when Aaliyah was alive and, very young. I think she may have been about 19 in this picture. Then Nicki says, if you're still underestimating my influence, try me. I ain't gonna lie, she said 2 hours ago, I've been laughing so hard for 24 hours straight. Who the F gonna bring this energy like good Oniqua? They gotta move around once the queen is what? She said, G. Hoberson, your time is up. Cortez Bryant, your time is up. Al Branch, your time is up. Sean G., your time is up. Gene Nelson, your number has been called. Doodoo James, you shitted on yourself that night. Your time is up. No. Lots of secrets, she said. Lots and lots. So I'm like, look, she's naming names. She's done said R. Kelly. She's done said Aaliyah. She said Kathy White. She's name dropping Rymir. She's retweeting the Demore docket. People think, woo, look at this one, y'all. People think that when they are federal informants, they are safe. Tell them. Tell them 1 time, 2 time. People think when they are federal informants, they are safe. They'll soon see that God is above every government agency man ever created. God laughs at the things man does to make himself feel safe. Your numbers have been called. She said, billionaires obsessed with my husband for years. Mad their chest looks like shriveled up ramen noodles. We call it ramen noodles, the ones that comes in packs. Mad their chest looks like shriveled up ramen in the cup that been in the pantry for years. Oh, no matter how much Tybo they take, they look like a prune. She said shriveled up ramen noodles. Because ramen is like at a restaurant. That's like ramen. Like ramen is the ones, the ones in the cup. Shriveled up ramen in the cup that been in the pantry for years. These billionaires obsessed with her that they look like shrivelly ramen in the cup, specifically. Then she put this out. Okay. Then she insults Cardi B, and it is mean. Your husband said he never liked you. You yucky. Your husband told people years ago that you ugly. I mean, it's just woo. Now she done put Gene Nelson face up here. She's done marked out G. Roberson. They don't want this video to be seen. They keep removing my likes on Twitter, Nicki said. That's why they need bots to sell their albums, because most of the supporters are bots. Click on their pages. She got the Chucky out of the door. Oh my God, the Chucky. Oh, interesting. So Nicki retweeted this. Somebody said they did all that smearing of Zoo. I guess that's her husband, because they know he controlled access to her. He stepped in and stepped up to prevent Nicki from being used by nasty Atlantic Records and pathetic Roc Nation. A suit and tie doesn't make you a businessman. It's the realness in your hearts. Nicki retweeted that. Once I saw the camel copying me and Zoo's poses, I was like, ugh. Oh my God, look at this. I didn't even read this one. She said they don't want you to know. They told me they would make the case go away for $20 million. They checked his home and found nothing. They found out who he was and they came back and said they found something. To God be the glory. What is done in the dark, that's why she and they are now cursed. Don't make me reopen Nicki's brother's case, Tasha K said. Pure extortion. From the mother of that child, I've covered countless cases on actual victims, and I was also a victim myself as a child. I know a coached victim. So I don't know. I don't know what's the deal with the brother's case. Okay, so don't shoot the messenger, y'all. I'm just reading tweets. I've never read this brother's case. I'm not co-signing anybody's opinion. What I am saying is Nicki is telling me that they tweeting not to me. She's telling us. So I'm reading it publicly right here, telling us they don't want you to know. I'm assuming she means Roc Nation. I don't know who they, right? They don't want you to know. They, I don't know who that is, told me they could make my brother's case go away for $20 million. They checked his home and found nothing. But then when they found out he was the brother of somebody famous, all of a sudden, oh, they found something. What's done in the dark comes to the light. And I mean, listen, Nicki Minaj could be bluffing. She could certainly be bluffing. All right. I don't freaking know. What if she's not? What if she's not bluffing? What if this Rymir tweet, she said they planted something in Rymir's car. Don't you remember whenever Rymir himself was also saying a while back, I had to drop my case, but there's something else in the works? Don't y'all remember that? He was like, yeah, I had to drop my case, but there's something else in the works. Now we're hearing about what's done in the dark. Thank God. God be the glory. Now you're cursed. People, listen, again, I'm not really trying to get into the brother's case. People are saying, can I read the brother's case? Probably, truly not. Probably, truly not. And so for that reason, I'm just telling y'all, like, I don't know what happened with the brother. I don't know what happened with the brother's case. Truly, I don't. Maybe some of y'all do. I don't. And I don't want to talk about the brother's case. Truly, I don't even really care to like go and research. I have so much other stuff going on. It's not really calling me. I'm not saying y'all need to support Nicki Minaj by any means, like as an artist or anything like that, but she's been in this industry a real long time and she's naming names. So for that reason, I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to tell y'all this is a tweet, public tweet. But yeah, I mean, this kind of shows to me that they are flexing that they have the ability to make a lawsuit go away. Now, who's the they? She said an hour ago, Nicki Minaj said Jay-Z got mad that I wouldn't give him a beat that I already had begun legal paperwork for. The song I did with The Weeknd on Queen, he said it's Beyonce's beat. And Hoberson just laid down and let them take it and then sue me for remaking another similar beat. Y'all, she is telling it. She said Jay-Z is so jealous of Nas. I was sued for hundreds of thousands over the song I did with Nas. It never saw the light of day. Because see, no, your number is called. casino. Nas's casino was just now approved, and Jay-Z's casino in New York was just now denied. So she's saying, Jay-Z's so jealous of Nas, I got sued for a song that never saw the light of day because I did this song with Nas. Casino, your number is called. And listen, I did kind of see it as a canary in the coal mine, as a little bit of the writing on the wall, that Jay-Z's casino in New York, Mr. New York, Mr. Concrete Jungle, where dreams are made of, there's nothing you can't do. They didn't approve little five member local zoning board or whatever did not approve his casino and then approved Nas's. I'm like, what's really going on? She said, okay, this tweet right here, I can't read the full thing. It's got a slur in it. But however, oh my God, I would be remiss not to read the first sentence, y'all. She said, let's get into the sabotage. Do you see why I called this video? Put a 2 in the chat if you see why I called this video, or in the thumbnail, Hollywood RICO ? Because doesn't it kind of feel like she's laying out all the names, all the moves, that she's still holding a little bit of a grudge, seemingly rightfully so. It kind of feels like it's giving a little of that energy, like she's just freaking had it. She's just freaking had it. Okay, whoever just said I'm a liar, you got banned from my channel. And if it was a typo, then you need to make sure you're typing stuff right before you click enter in my channel. Thank you. Okay. She's like, almost like she's going through who she's mad at, who pissed her off, what they did, and letting people know she got secrets, she got tea. She's going to tell them who poo-pooed on their pants. She said, let's get into the sabotage of my tour. I made a video about that too. That was like over a year ago. She was getting held up at airports, this and that, and she was tweeting about insurance covering this and that. Let's get into the sabotage of my tour with Future, which then became my tour with Juice WRLD, who coincidentally died on my birthday. Belt to behind on these people, she said. Let's go. One more time, let's talk about the sabotage of my tour with Future, the artist Future, and then it became my tour with Juice WRLD, and then Juice WRLD just coincidentally died on my birthday. Let's talk about it. This is where she's saying there was copying her poses, I guess. When me and Nas did the shoot with the old school cars, guess who was seen then taking pictures in the hood on old school cars? She needed to delete that about my son. Who is Mona Scott? Mona Scott, your time is up. Gayle King. She said, Gayle the goofy bitch king. I didn't say that, all right. But she said, your time is up. Now, Gayle King, that one did kind of pique my interest, because let me show you the organization. Now, this is all from public information. I just made it into a little web here. But Jay-Z is associated, or Roc Nation and Jay-Z too, are both associated with this organization, this nonprofit organization called the United Justice Coalition. And the United Justice Coalition has some people on its, boards, and I don't exactly know the name, like advisors, whatever they are. But there's a few people here. Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club. Okay, Charlemagne, he's on the one of the advisors or whatever. This Van Jones from CNN. Gayle King is also there. Of course, you have Jay-Z. Alex Spiro is on the board. Benjamin Crump, Marcy Croft, who's in a litigation right now with Tony Busby against him. There's many more people. Desiree Perez. Yeah, advisors. These are the advisors. Okay, so Gayle King's one of them. All right. But Alex Spiro, who's representing the Kardashians now, I guess he maybe always was, but this is kind of like new news to me as of recently. Yes, New Life Plan. Thank you for the $9.99. She said, I mean, Nicki is probably watching. Hey, girl, if you're chasing truth, we're here for it. But if you got receipts on Lou M. Taylor, we're still interested in that too. Yeah, I mean, seriously, thank you so much for the $9.99. Kiki said, this is how they locked up Tory Lanez. I do wonder. Thanks so much to Paul for the £9.99. You are the female me, honey. Awesome. Slay. Yes. Shout out to the UK cousins in the chats. Okay, so let me pull these tweets back up. So she's calling out Gayle King and she said, your time is up. Look at this tweet right here. It's already got 12,000 likes in just an hour. She said, remember when TMZ broadcast to millions that there was a petition signed by my neighbors to kick us out? Remember, it turned out to be a lie? That's a felony. TMZ, your number has been called. That's going to cost you big money. She tags the freaking president. Clean this up. She said, at POTUS, clean this up. Because what did POTUS do? What did POTUS do during his first term? He pardoned Desiree Perez for her previous past convictions. So I don't know what it is, why it is. Now, remember when we started the video, I was talking about the representative Anna Paulina Luna saying RICO is illegal. She's sad to see some of the stuff going on in some segments of the rap industry and all of that. Artists shouldn't be scared. They shouldn't be afraid of their managers and their labels. Here's Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj said, remember when TMZ broadcast to millions that there was a petition signed by my neighbors to kick us out of the neighborhood? Remember when that turned out to be a lie? Well, that was a felony at TMZ. That was a felony, she said. Your number has been called. That's going to cost you big money. Mm. She said the government agencies? I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know what this means. Does this mean they're clowns? Does this mean they're puppets? Does this mean, is this supposed to be Jay-Z? I don't know what this is. I haven't even read this one, so I'm going to start reading it, but I don't know what it says. Okay. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. The problem is they didn't know I was a prophet because they look at the outside and God knows the heart. So everything they did to me was a direct violation of the kingdom of God. Now they have to reap it with interest. Funny thing is, do you want to know who else is a prophet? Papa Bear, and even better than Mama. He'd been saying amen in Jesus for a long time. His purity is what did them in. There are things I won't say that they tried. One lift of his little hand rebuked and sent back to sender. He protected his father. They are now in the first phase of grief, denial. They know they're done. They just don't want to be. Have your way now, Holy Spirit. She said, who's next? Okay, now STFU. And Jesus, they praying to Jesus over here. She's calling out Oprah. She's calling out Oprah. She said, remember when Oprah stated her disdain about Black people using a certain word that starts with the letter N? And then she endorsed a non-Black person saying the word on their album? They were mad I turned down doing Oprah's show all because I wanted to wait until after my album so that I didn't have to keep talking about Mariah. Oh, boop, doop. Quavo. Was it worth it, dummy? No career. Take off gone. Remember you told me you were the Beyonce of the group? Oh, I laughed so hard inside. Anyway, pay Offset his alimony. Oh my God. She's going all the way there. She said, Harvey, show your grays, you weak hoe. Oh my God. She's calling Harvey Levin a weak hoe because he won't show his grays. Remember all the real ones. Gigi Offset told P, you ugly. She's like, telling Cardi B that her man said she was ugly. Santana, go back to your pig pen. You said Blue Ivy was nappy and Northwest looks better than her, didn't you? Again, leave kids out of it. Remember when Barney tried to get gangster with Queen Billy in the DMs? Oh, Barney, your number is called. The devil will kick. Oh my God. Kathy White, she said 28 minutes ago. Kathy White and Rymir's mom died so young from such uncanny circumstances. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence, Nicki Minaj said. Kathy White and Rymir mom both died so young under such uncanny circumstances. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence. She tweeted it twice. Fiance. Oh my God. Nicki Minaj tweeted Michael. Is that Michael Jackson? Chucky, somebody else, and Barney. Oh. Wait. Okay. This is why they mad, I guess. Is Walmart and DoorDash okay with Cardi B saying she'd get a... Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even read that. Y'all can pause it and read if y'all want to. Reebok canned Rick Ross for less, didn't they? Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. So she's trying to get her canceled now. So who? Walmart and DoorDash. She's trying to get, it looks like Nicki Minaj is now trying to get Walmart and DoorDash to cancel their collaborations with Cardi B for saying that she would give substances to men, that she would diss children, that she wishes death on people. Like they canceled Rick Ross for less. Walmart, DoorDash, and others. Nicki said 3 days. What is this? Who are they trying to get deported? Oh. Director of Enforcement and Removal Operations at ICE. They trying to get Cardi B deported? Urgent request for initiation of deportation proceedings. I thought she was American-born citizen. It says non-citizen. Oh my God. Y'all, they trying to get Cardi B deported. Oh my God. She said, Walmart, y'all got 3 days. Oh my God. What is going on over here? Oh my God, this is a lot. Nicki versus the industry. It feels that way. What is this? I must say, Rosh Hashanah was a real blessing to me this year. She said this 5 minutes ago. My dear Avery, who's that? I don't know. I'd never sell my album for a price of hot dogs. I'd never do that to my own. I'd never cost you millions just to keep up with someone else's numbers. Love you. Onika Tanya Mirage Petty. Girl, what is going on over there online? Shout out to Kaden becoming a member. Shout out to Mama becoming a member. Shout out to Paul becoming a member. Thank you so much, Dizzy Destiny, for the 100 SEK. Catch the recap tomorrow. You're the best. Shout out to you. Thanks so much for the $9.99 New Life plan. Not sure if you saw the link, but Nicki released her next album artwork recently. It's Jay-Z as a camel and Desiree riding him. Single called Straw That Broke the Camel's Back. Well, she needs to put the song out. I brought rebuking back into society. I hope so, because just in case I rebuke, you know what I mean? Thanks so much, beautiful, messy ball, becoming a member. Thanks so much to Sierra of the North, becoming a new member. Thanks so much, Sarah, for the $2 super chat. You are cracking me up. Haha. Thank you, Elizabeth Foster, for the $4.99 super sticker. Paul, seriously, they give the £4.99. He said Nicki has to have had these locked and loaded in the drafts. She had it on her mind today. Okay. Thanks so much to New Life Plan for the $4.99 super chat. He is old. Cardi, come live stream with us for real if the queen of the court approves. Oh, God. That would be something else. Thanks so much for the $4.99. Thanks so much, Diva D, becoming a member. Yeah, his name's Aubrey. Aubrey, not Avery. No, her album does not come out until next year, so I don't think it's being done now for album sales. She just released album art. Thanks so much, Nurse Janice, UK, being a member for 3 months. Thank you for being you. You're amazing. Love from the UK. So let me see. If she's tweeting anything else. She's just tweeted. That's the most recent thing. So it's pretty alarming, I will say. The fact she just tweeted R. Kelly and Aaliyah just like as its own tweet. Harvey, your time is up. Dreadlock Rasta beside you. Yours is up too. And then they tweeted at her to come on TMZ live show. And she was like, no. She's like, remember when TMZ broadcast to millions that there was a petition signed by my neighbors to kick us out? Remember, it turned out to be a lie. That's a felony. That's a felony. I know. I'm personally like, I'm not a person that's like, oh, let's like, get someone deported as a way to like, have beef or whatever. I personally don't do that. I personally won't be signing that petition. But that's pretty much all I'm gonna really say about it at this time. Thanks so much, New Life Plan, for the $4.99 super chat. Is this the Rapture TikTok? This is the Rapture TikTok foretold, the Nicki Minaj Rapture. I mean, who knows? But yeah, if you're just joining, y'all, I do want to let you know Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner have sued, apparently, are gonna sue Ray J over claiming they were in a RICO. On his live stream the other day. Let me look. Roc Nation, Nicki. See if any like mainstream news is posting anything. She shaded Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, no results found. The page that I was looking for doesn't exist anymore. They typing about it on there. I mean, they making stories about it on. Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of these things could probably be, meanings for something. I certainly think, Kanye West, I certainly think Nicki Minaj, they all know a lot more about the industry than I do. Yeah, I mean, Dido, I would think if anything's possible. First of all, anything's possible. Dido said these guys are somehow involved in the Hoover gang, and maybe they're not allowed to use characters to bait young. I'm not going to say they're probably involved in the Hoover gang specifically, but what I am willing to say is a lot of these alternative lifestyle type of, lives that people fall into. And by that, I mean, like a criminal lifestyle, if you're going to be in a gang, or an alternative lifestyle to like a regular 9 to 5. I kind of live an alternative lifestyle. Like I don't have a 9 to 5 where a boss tells me when to get out of my house, go to the job every day, same time. So, I mean, I'm not even saying it in like some type of derogatory way, but I think, from that, it can spin off into being like exclusive isolationist groups that sometimes can be sort of culty. Even traditional jobs can kind of get that way. You spend all this time with all these people. So I'm not going to say it's like, oh, it's the Hoovers, but what I can certainly say is like the music industry is most likely run as if it is a criminal organization. It's most likely completely infiltrated by mafia and mob and all of these people from all types of different places and walks of life, different countries, foreign nationals, foreign terrorist nations, foreign terrorist states, foreign and domestic terrorist organizations. I mean, they're just everything's infiltrated into Hollywood, okay? Um and the music industry especially. And I do think it is time to do like a cleaning house of sorts. I mean, I have not ever voted for Donald Trump, nor would I ever. But, maybe it's time for him to start doing some of that swamp draining that he was promising, like what, 10 years ago now? Maybe it's time. Let's see it, buddy. I mean, TikTok. Time is clicking and ticking, and we're worrying about, and you know what? Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Um, What is a digital actor? Even if you're innocent, it costs to defend yourself. Period. It totally does. Totally does. It's on the bird streets. Yep. And don't the bird streets have tunnels or something? I don't know. I did include this in my BJ Investigates. I recorded it this morning. Benny Blanco used to have a house right around there, and right at the same time that I made a video about it being a weird house with weird art in it, he sold it. So, I mean, I don't know. Do with that information what you will. Um Record labels need to be audited by we the people. Indeed, indeed. And it's all coming in from every side right now on the music industry. There are payola lawsuits. There are criminal investigations about botting, and paying for bots and streams and paying for streams and payola stuff. There's civil RICO cases being filed by people. Tyrone Blackburn helped Lil Rod Jones file a civil RICO against Diddy. Now, it did get dismissed before it even ever made it to trial. But then you get Howard Rubin, who was a George Soros investment fund manager who was basically abusing these Playboy playmates, luring them to have a certain type of encounter, but then switching it up at the last second to shock them with cattle prods. He was sued for a RICO. So they are starting to pull this RICO out and direct it toward these people that are abusing people or allegedly abusing people in Hollywood. And for me, it's just kind of impossible to think that Jay-Z would ever actually get in trouble for anything. Like, I'm not even saying that he even did anything illegal. Hi, Alex. I'm not saying he did anything illegal. But let's say he actually maybe did. Even in that hypothetical universe, I don't think he would ever get in trouble for it. Like, I just have lost hope that would ever happen to anybody in that caliber. Diddy as well. I just don't think these people are ever going to get in trouble. I just don't at this point. I've completely lost hope. So I don't even get my hopes up at all thinking any truth is going to come out to us. We're ever going to know the truth. And if we ever do, and the person actually did something, they're going to get off. They're not going to get punished for it. That's just where I am with it. It's fine. It's better if you just accept reality. So no, I don't need to breathe. I don't need to breathe. I don't need to eat. I don't need to drink water. I don't really even need to sleep. I'm like kind of like just like that. I do it for fun, to feel something, but I don't really need to. Let's go check Nicki Minaj's Twitter and see if she's tweeted anything else. Wait, is she Jewish or she's praying to Jesus? This is confusing to me. She's tweeted. She said, anyway, I'm observing Yom Kippur at sundown. Barbs, I love you. Who's this guy? Oh, come get your Barbie chain. So I don't know, y'all. I mean, she's tweeting about RICO Nation. She's tweeting about your numbers got pulled. Harvey Levin, Rasta guy next to you, Charlemagne, all the other people at the Breakfast Club. They need to be in the lock them up, she said. So what's coming? What is coming down the pipe? What is coming down the pipe? Thanks so much, Danielle Marie, becoming a member. Thanks so much, Nurse Janice UK, being a member for 3 months. Thank you for being you. Your amazing love from the UK. Shout out to the UK cousins. Thank you, New Life Plan, for the $4.99 super chat. Is this the Rapture TikTok foretold? The Nicki Rapture. I've already read that one. Thank you again for the $4.99. Cardi is tweeting now too. It's getting too messy. Yeah, and again, like my whole thing wasn't really like I'm trying to like get in the middle of their drama. Like it's actually kind of hard to like tippy toe around it because I do know that's kind of at the heart of this whole thing is like their disagreement. And I have like, feelings, thoughts, whatever, but I don't even feel like getting into it. Oh, you saw Bam? Shout out to Bam. Maybe she's a Judah Christian. I don't know what that means. Anyway, yeah, she's tweeting about secrets. Secrets are going to be coming out. She's talking about numbers got pulled. So I just wanted to let y'all know Nicki Minaj is tweeting. You might want to go over there and follow the Twitter. Because she's throwing, she's firing shots. There's some things that she's saying that I wouldn't say. I'll say that. Okay. There's some things she's saying I wouldn't say. But that being said, I've never been in her position. Okay. Who am I to say what she should be saying or not? But that's just me. Okay. So that's all to just say. I don't endorse everything she said. I am going to go over the David stuff, but not in this live. I'm just going to just talk about this in this live. Oh, Cat Daddy Main said Nicki is going on about this because she saw Jay-Z trying to build that casino and failed. He owes her like $3 million for selling Tidal. That's interesting. Ashley said, Cardi said, why do you keep bringing up Roc Nation when I'm not signed to them? And Ashley's like, I was thinking the same thing. Why is she bringing up Roc Nation if Cardi B is not even signed to Roc Nation? It was have to do with anything. Yeah. Okay, well, that's all I really had for this one, y'all. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation, neither are opinions. I'll see you in the next one. Love you, mean it, K. Bye.